Couch on Fire podcast. This is Alex. That's Rob. What's up,
Hey,
everybody?
wow, that's so weird. Sometimes, like, there was a podcast I did not do with you. I was the little afterburn thing I was doing. I said something in the beginning, and it sounded so professional that I got scared. I was like, oh my god, I've been doing this too much. Anyway, what's up, Alex?
Uh, that was my announcer voice.
It was good. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it,
yeah.
dude.
Little narrative,
Ooh,
little narrative voice. Huh?
dude, Alex, my
Rob.
wife has an addiction.
It's my own addiction as well. It's also yours.
So we've talked about.
Welcome to the party.
All right,
Welcome
so
to the party.
I know I said this is going to be hypocritical of me, guys, all the listeners out there. I know I said a couple episodes ago that I was not going to buy a Nintendo Switch. I wasn't going to. I'm going to build this computer, which I still am. But tax season came by, and I had a little bit extra money. And I was like, you know what? I heard a rumor that Xbox games could possibly go to the Switch, and I was like, wow, this is more enticing.
The
And
Xbox
then
Live Pass.
I know, and then I was like, oh, then I heard some things about like Google's going to allow you to, use the Switch controllers onto their, gaming PCs and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I heard some other cool things, and then I was like, fine, fuck it. So I went out, I bought a Switch, got Let's Go Pikachu because that's the first game I wanted to buy. I've played Mario. I love Mario. Don't get me wrong, Mario lovers out there love Zelda. I love the Smash. Smash is great, but my roots lie with Pokemon. I like Pokemon. This is, it is what it is. So I bought it, brought it home. I was like, oh, so I started playing it. My wife saw it. She hopped into the game and then she started playing. And then next thing you know it, I went to go to the bathroom and I come back. And that was the last time I ever touched the Switch. Because my wife has been, dude, she's been playing nonstop. I mean, that whole first day, like, she was just, so I'm ahead of her, you know. I'm on victory road, pretty much at the end, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So now
I
you've
got.
had enough time to have a legitimate opinion on this. Is this the best Pokemon game ever?
Um,
This is
see,
controversial.
so there's a lot of things I love about this version than the regular version. I love that
Okay.
everything you do pretty much gives your characters XP. Everything you do.
Yeah.
You can battle, you can throw a ball at a tree. I mean, no matter what, you get that. Now, with that said, it's just a mimic of the some of the original games, but
Yeah.
oh my god, that's that man. I didn't think about that question. Killing me here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I'm
let me get back.
I'm
Let me get back to you with that question.
I'm
To be
honestly gonna
continued with that
say,
question.
for me, best Pokemon game ever. It's the difference in kind between the catching and battling. Doing something different for the catch compared to battling, because if it's just battling the whole game, they get really rote after a while.
Yeah.
And being able to go, I want to battle now, and I don't, meaningfully, and have two different like core mechanics for those things makes that easily, in my opinion, the best designed game in years.
So I will say this. So my wife loves the game. My wife played Switch before. She played Arms at Arms. I think it came out like as soon as the Switch came out. She played that. She really liked the whole idea of the Switch. So
Hmm.
I didn't really have to sell her that. I didn't think she would like Pokemon. Her brother played Pokemon when she was young, but she didn't really get into it. She knew that I had the Pokemon what is it called? Pokemon Moon.
Hmm.
Um, she knew I had that for DS, but she didn't really get into it too much. But this, I don't know if it's because it's bigger with the bigger screen. I don't know if it's because the way you can hold the Switch, but she's just so involved, and it's crazy. So I am farther in her in the game, and but I'm jealous the way she's playing the game. So the type of Pokemon player I am is I level up and rush. I rush through.
Hmm.
I don't stop and talk to everyone, but I because I know who I need to talk to. I go straight to the people that I need to talk to, and I keep going. her ass is over here. I'm like, oh, let me see your games. I'm like checking out her stuff. She's got TMs everywhere, and I'm like, how do you get all these TMs? And she's like, oh, I talk to random people. There's a person
Yeah.
up you know, there's persons in this center. There's a person in this chair. There's a person sitting over here. She literally talks to everyone, and she's got like 10 more TMs than I do, and I'm literally at the end of the game, and she's still stuck in
You're
Lavender
actually
Town. Pretty
supposed to
much.
have a pretty big list by the time you make it to Victory Road.
Yeah, well, now I know. So now I'm flying. Like I didn't even know. I couldn't even get my Pikachu to fly. I passed that. I didn't even ask anybody because I didn't talk to anybody, and then she had to tell me. So then the end.
You don't have
Then it was.
fast travel yet.
Do I do now? I have everything now, but
Holy
before
crap.
I didn't, and she had it, and it kind of made me mad because it was like, you're telling me how to play? I had color, Game Boy Color. I had the LAN cable, the little transfer cable. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but no, she's just.
We gotta get you a second Switch so you and your wife can Poke Battle.
Well, we
I want to see the showdown.
I want to see how we can trade. Like I want to trade.
It's a second Switch.
Oh, yes, we need a second Switch. Oh.
So here this week, let's set down a time and I can shuttle them back and forth.
Okay. Well, so talking about the Switch, then, well, still need to sit down. I bought Rocket League. This is Alex's game. I bought it. I played a couple matches. I'm getting okay. I wouldn't say I'm the best. I'm really just trying to focus on defense, but I get bored with defense sometimes, and I'm like,
And
I get
start ball
rambunctious.
chasing.
I get really rambunctious. I'm on the other side of the match, and I'm like, I can get this ball. There's like 4 or 5 platforms before this ball. I can get this ball. No, I never get the ball. As soon as I'm about to get it, somebody from the other side is like, nope. And then I go up the
reading them.
wall. So that
Where
whole
are they
thing.
gonna kick the ball, Rob?
Yeah, I guess
That's what
I
it
guess,
is.
Yeah, and I played indoor soccer, so I should know because we used to use the wall all the time.
And you're not translating that yet. You'll get there.
No,
You'll get there, and it'll just click, and you'll be, oh,
But-
I understand this game now.
back to the main point. The Switch was a good move. Thank you, Alex. A couple other friends that are probably listeners. Hopefully, you're listeners. You've said to get the Switch, and I've kind of pushed everyone off. But just by playing one game and how good it's not right behind me. No, she probably has it out there right now. I mean, I got a nice plastic case for it, so I'm sitting in the car playing it to pick up my daughter. I mean, it's just the dream to me. A long time ago, PlayStation came out with the PSP, and I really thought that I could do this with the PSP, like play a video game. I could play Dark Souls on here, and then pick up my PSP, and continue with the game. But not only do you have to have that copy, you also have to have this copy, and it's like a weird thing. So
the PS Vita was supposed to actually do that, and they
Yes.
couldn't get it to work. And by the time they got it working, they had already given up on it as a console entirely.
Well, the crazy thing is, to me, the dream was I want to be able to. Oh, I got to take a shit, but I don't want to pause my game.
Yep. Yeah, that's where everybody's at. Just make shitting less boring. We
Like
all do it
this-
every day, ostensibly, or thereabouts.
Let's
do something in there. It's boring.
In Nintendo, it just feels right because the game. We grew up with Game Boys. We grew up with Nintendo DSs. So to me, it just feels right that this is the path that they were going. Like,
yeah, this feels like destiny, man.
obviously, I think
it's one of those hindsight is 2020, but Jesus, it feels like this is what they were looking to make the whole time, and they finally got the sculpture just right after a bunch of attempts. And
I feel like
Sledgehammer the first one, and kind of keep going.
Their last couple go at it. I feel like this was the combination. So you got so 64 was probably one of the greatest ones. Then after that, they did the GameCube. It was okay, but from the GameCube
so good
to the Wii U.
Yeah, I totally missed the Wii U release. I had no idea that it occurred. I thought it was still part of the Wii.
I thought it was. Well, now thinking maybe it was a prototype for this.
No,
Because
that's what it is. It must
because
be. And you can see the Wii motion controls interacting the same way.
hmm
Like they forked those two projects
yeah.
back together and said, "This is the path forward." And here's the design. It's beautiful. Marketing, go nuts. And it was perfect.
I think though, to me, obviously NES will be the top of the dog. Super NES, those two right there are classics. But to me, my whole lifespan since 1986 now for Nintendo, I would go 64, and I would go the Switch.
I,
I mean, I love the
Switch is
NES.
number one.
Really, I mean, so
Easy.
64,
It's the pinnacle.
64 just has too many memories for me to let go. Now, if I would have picked up, if a kid would pick up 64 now or a Switch, naturally they're going to pick the Switch.
Oh yeah,
You can go,
yeah. That's
yeah,
not a side by side comparison. And
no,
the Nintendo 64 broke the whole groundwork for 3D games and how to interact with a 3D field rather than 2D sprites. Nintendo 64 did that.
yeah.
This is that groundbreaking again. In this like expansive. We've got a literal VR coming out using the Switch. This is a handheld and a TV console that you can pick up and play the latest full release Zelda with a 3D open world in your car or taking a shit because you can just pick it up and go. There's motion controls that don't suck. There's touch screen. There's good controllers as peripherals. Like, this is the perfect console.
See,
Bar none.
with that said, I can see why Microsoft's like,
Let's
Xbox.
just get our games on there.
Let's because I mean, people still have to pay Xbox Live, and they still have to you do the whole Switch thing.
Mhm.
But it's like, let's just. It's probably.
But if you find value in both of those services, why not? Because at that point, like, this one or the other thing, let Sony have that.
It's
The future
like,
is interconnected. It's cross-platform. It's PC, and it's the Switch playing Rocket
Yep.
League together. That's the fucking future that we all have deserved for 30 fucking years. This proprietary bullshit in tech is over. Microsoft is part of the Linux Foundation.
This is
I'm okay.
a reminder. Okay. This reminds me of this is a great analogy. When Taco Bell and Doritos made love and brought out.
It's the marriage. It's the marriage
It's-
that everybody
it's the
needed.
I mean, every stoner was looking for. I love Doritos.
And I love Taco Bell.
Like,
It's
you know,
perfect.
yeah. So anyway, the
Explosive success.
Nintendo. I mean, I think, and the crazy thing is, there's one thing about the Switch I still haven't even used yet, but it's probably still one of the biggest things about the Switch. The little kickstand behind the actual console, and you can sit it on a desk. Give your buddy a controller, and you take a controller.
Yeah.
You can turn those son of a bitch sideways, and you guys
You've
can
got
both
two
play.
fucking controllers. The primary problem with consoles is the cost of the fucking controllers. And they said,
Yeah.
fuck it, for the price of their controller, we're going to give you two.
Yep.
And if you're feeling like you're going to shell out a little bit, just
Yeah.
stick those two in that little dock there, and you've got a good fancy controller.
Dude, it's a portable
It's
TV.
Perfect.
It's a portable TV
I watch YouTube
with
on it.
controllers.
I swear to
it's
God.
just- I know. I get it. I mean, I've watched a couple things at YouTube. It's awkwardly holding for the YouTube because I usually watch YouTube at night. So when I'm holding it, like
That's why
oh,
I've got
Jesus.
this thing. You get one of
I
those
can't.
tablet. I know you can't see it. It's one of those tablet clamp arms you can get from
Oh,
like
yeah.
Walmart for $10. That just has the opposable arm. It
Yeah.
fits. It fits in there, so you can just right there from your bed drop it down.
That's where we're
Get
coming
yourself
to
some
this
blue light filters if you plan on doing that. Jesus
one.
Christ.
Wally.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
all becoming Wally. Um, we're all gonna be
You
fat
can't
fucks.
tell me how to live my life, okay? I'm playing that Switch in
uh,
bed and I'm doing it comfy.
no, so I'm excited. There's some. I was a huge. The only game I liked on Nintendo GameCube was Luigi's Mansion, and I know they're coming out
Oh,
with Luigi Mansions
you didn't
3.
touch nearly enough of the GameCube.
Um, yeah, I was. Oh, I mean, obviously Smash was on the GameCube, but it was just kind of like,
The
see,
last one
I
that
have,
mattered.
I
At me.
haven't got, I haven't got Smash. I'm not good at Smash. I was never really good at Smash. I was okay at Tekken 4, and that's the only fighting game I was ever good at was Tekken 4. So I was never really good at fighting games. It's just not my cup of tea. I played Smash because all my buddies did, and it was just fun.
It is
Um,
fun,
and
but
will
it
I
can get
buy?
old.
I I keep looking at the marketplace on the Switch, and I look for deals because honestly, that's what I used to do with PlayStation. I would never buy a game $60, 50, $60. I'm waiting until they're 29 or less. That's just what I do. And if
Nintendo
Smash,
is the first time in a decade and a half that I've felt good spending full price on a video game. I don't have any
well,
problem in it. I'll hand
I
Nintendo that money. They earned it.
I want a fucking Mew, so I'm about to go buy this Pokemon ball.
It's so awesome. And you can carry a Pokemon around with you in it and just walk around and you'll get stuff in Let's Go
I,
for having gone on a walk.
See, I'll tell you this right now. I don't play Let's Go. I used to, but I don't play. If I played Let's Go,
You mean
this would probably
Pogo?
oh yeah,
Pokemon Go?
Pokemon Go. If I
It's
play
supposed to be
Pokemon,
interchangeable.
yeah. If I played Pokemon, if I played Pokemon Go, um, I would hands down say Let's Go is the best Pokemon because there's something I didn't even know. I went to I forget what town it is. But
Fuchsia
there's
City.
Fuchsia City. There's a Pokemon Go like little
Park.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a park where you can take the Pokemon that you caught in Pokemon Go and play with it in Let's Go.
It is how I completed my Pokedex, sir, and it was awesome. Awesome, I tells you.
I mean, oh my god. I really wish I could trade back and forth, but I'll just be like, I'll just be telling my friends, hey, what's your account information? I'll trade you.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, legitimately, we can do that.
yeah,
So from Pogo, I actually caught this. Or I hatched this Arcanine or Growlithe at the time, and
Yeah.
I evolved it into an Arcanine. And there at the beginning, I was like, okay, what am I gonna name this? Oh, okay, I'll just name it after my old dead dog. And for years, this Arcanine was my buddy Pokemon. Like the second they started buddy Pokemon, Chadley was my buddy Pokemon.
yeah.
I would cycle in other Pokemon trying to get candies and stuff, but I'd always default back to her. So, picking up Let's Go Eevee, because we went Eevee, I'm kind of tired of Pikachu.
I can never get
just
tired of Pikachu.
it's oversaturated. So I beelined for Fuchsia City, having heard about this compatibility thing where you can send Pokemon over. Beeline there, got Chadley into the game, playably, and dropped her right in a ball. And I still throw that Pokeball on my hip as I walk out the door going to dinner or something to play with my dead dog.
That's awesome.
Nintendo gave me that.
Now
That right there for me is exactly why they earned every $60 exchange.
the fact that my wife likes playing the Switch with me to me means
Yeah.
that it's a win for me because she does like Mario Kart. She loves Mario Kart, and that's probably the next game I will get because she used to
We'll play
when
with you.
yeah, I mean when Devin used to live with me when he
Yeah.
before he got a house before he was getting the house in Charlotte, all they would do is play Mario Kart, and she would beat him. Not all the time because he would always play with Waluigi and he's like light as a feather, but she she would basically try new tires, new everything just to try to beat his ass, and it was like this little competition, and it's like that's how I knew. Like, it just means a lot that she wants to play video games with me because we don't have a lot of interest together, and doing that, it means a lot to me. So, and I'm excited for my daughter to play too because there's a lot of other cool things that
Oh
you
yeah,
know the
snipper
Wii
clips.
has. Yeah,
It's like so stupid, but it's just so goofball fun. Don't ever pay full price for that. Wait for it to go on sale again. Uh, but when it does, pick it up. There's this cool like abstract puzzle game on the eShop right now, Color of
yeah,
Zen
yeah.
or Color Zen. Um, it's a I can't explain this puzzle game, but you got to get on there. It's like one of those freemium things. The base game is free, but you play to a certain point and it'll wall you off from there and say buy the rest of the game for like $4.99. Uh, but there are a lot of levels and it is very difficult. It is awesome. Can't recommend that enough.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll have to check it out. I still haven't played Tetris.
Tetris
I
99 dog.
I downloaded it, and then I still haven't yet to touch it. I've been so consumed with Pokemon, and that's a good thing because um, I was since I'm on Victory Road, I'm pretty much close to ending it. I got all my badges, beat my rival, which I named it after my wife's ex boyfriend. um, well, that's what you gotta
Because
do, right?
fuck you. Uh,
Yeah. But I'm just so like I keep I'm trying to figure things out. Like I forgot there's legendary Pokemon, so I went back and then I started finding legendary Pokemon. Then I forgot that there's a electric factory, and I went there and I
yeah.
was like, oh, that's where one of the legendary Pokemon. Then I forgot, like, obviously you can collect. There's so much to do that I haven't really moved on to any other game. I have, like I said, I touch base on Rocket League, but I really haven't did too much more. But I will in due time.
Oh
I
man.
love seeing I love seeing pictures. By the side note, I love seeing pictures that people post of office desks. Why aren't you posting on our page? I don't know, but thanks. I'll like it anyway.
What? Are you okay?
Sorry. Yeah, I just got angry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure?
But yes, Switch. I mean, just I'm gonna tell you right now, my favorite game of all time is Gears of War, and everyone should know that. I have it tattooed on me. It is what it is. Now, with that said, if Gears of War 5, which hasn't it came out yet, somehow gets to the Switch, I would take the Switch and move it above 64, and that'd be it.
I, I've got news for you.
I mean, I've been trying to read about it, so if you find something about it, you either post it on our page or at least
They
tell me.
uh in one of the videos, I'm not sure if it was Xbox side or Nintendo side, but one of the videos talking about Xbox Live on the Switch, Gear I think Gears 3 was the one I saw.
Yeah.
But there was a definite inference that if you had downloaded Gears 5, that you should be able to play it. That was what was inferred. I can't 100% confirm either way, but I'm 90% positive you're just gonna flat out be able to play, stream, in fact, your Xbox games to your Switch console. That is the point.
I'm just
Which
saying,
means ostensibly that you're going to be able to play Gears 5 on the Switch.
I will never pick up Xbox again if this happens. No offense, Xbox. Thank you, Microsoft, for everything you've done for me. But
They're becoming baseline level, like they're becoming protocol level. Microsoft is, and they're pushing
yeah,
down into that Linux space of the firmware, of the operating system, which all the other systems interact with. They're pushing that direction and trying to open up everything they've done to date that was all proprietary and shit out into that space where everybody can interact with it. It's that future position where everything is cross-platform inherently, and there's no reason why they don't talk together. That's why Microsoft teamed up with Linux specifically, was so they could edge out Apple and say they just play by themselves, but you
they
can
do.
play with us, Linux, the Switch, we've got Valve, we've got itch.io, we've got GOG, and that brand new one, the Epic Store, I guess. We've got all them. They all play with us. You can play PC games on your damn Switch.
Well,
Do it. Let's do it. But Apple don't play nice, and that's what they're gunning for, and I love it.
I mean,
because we get to play with everybody else at that point.
They should. I mean, what do you think? Sprint and T-Mobile, or T-Mobile's trying to buy Sprint. Their main target is Verizon. They don't give a fuck about AT&T. Mm-hmm. They care about Verizon. Verizon is the number one, whatever they say.
And they're number 3. They're solid number 3. Don't get me wrong.
Who T-Mobile? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Sprint, obviously, but if they combined forces and just carried over all that, they would beef up everything. And that's
is it T-Mobile one of the Bell Atlantic shells?
I don't know.
I'm gonna be so pissed if that company's becoming Bell Atlantic again. I would be fucking pissed.
It wasn't.
Let me find out.
I thought Bell Atlantic was AT&T. Didn't Bell Atlantic and like Singular Cells get together and create AT&T? Dude, this is some old cell phone talk right here.
Oh yeah.
For you young kids, you don't know. There was
I think Bell Atlantic's trying to get the gang back together.
I mean,
oh shit. Are we breaking this? Is that news?
Well, okay.
In any event, yeah, Nintendo Switch. Sony's playing the Apple game though. They don't want crossplay.
Well, so Sony's a big name, and obviously Microsoft.
So is Nintendo.
So is Nintendo, and Nintendo was kind of Nintendo obviously fell off a little bit. I mean the Nintendo Wii was great. It was good. It was fair.
It was groundbreaking.
It was groundbreaking. It
but
brought
it needed some help.
Then PS3 came out with that stupid stick or whatever, that glow ball. So they try to do their own little motion thing. But
so did the Xbox. Remember the Kinect?
Oh my god, I do remember the Kinect because you know why? I had it, and I used to say Xbox on, and it used to turn my Xbox on. That was probably the coolest thing about the damn Kinect. Now we live in a world where Alexa and Google turn fucking everything on. But
I'm gonna say this: that thing spied on you at the time.
You think so?
Oh yeah, no, that's 100%. Somebody was definitely in there watching your living room.
I used to masturbate on that.
Well,
no,
fuck your life.
Nothing. Yeah. On that note.
I mean, onto the console or?
No. I think I've walked around like naked once or twice. Nothing.
Everybody has. We've all walked in front of a camera at this point.
Look at me. I'm just like you. Look at me.
So yeah, Nintendo Switch.
Great. I'm a converter. I love it. And
dude.
In fact,
it's replaced my PC.
As soon as I get off this podcast, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of it because my just. You know what I really like too about it? Small detail. Type C. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my god! Right?
Type C. My phone. Everyone's phone in this house is Type C. Thank you, Jesus. Because if I had to pull out some antique micro USB.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Sony, for the micro USB.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So the PlayStation 4 had the opportunity to go Model C and pave the groundwork, but they opted not to. They opted for a technically shittier connector in the micro USB that was less sturdy, it breaks far more often, and they knew it, and they did it by design, and that's why fuck Sony.
Well, look at Apple.
Oh my god.
It's
the same shit.
Lightning cable. The lightning cable.
They fixed the they had cheap manufacturing on those at first, but they've gotten that sorted out. They're significantly stronger now. There was a bit of a public beta action on that one.
Oh, and I'm thinking about expanding my my Switch memory to a terabyte.
Do it. I've got no, they only go up to 64.
I was gonna say, well, no, I've seen. What gigabyte did I see? I saw 450 gigabytes.
I don't think the Switch will take that. I think the Switch
they won't take it. Okay. Only goes to software. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a firmware issue with the Switch. They might have updated that since, so it doesn't hurt to check.
Do you ever think? Do you real quick? I know the Nintendo American CEO. Did he
Reggie.
retire?
Reggie
Yes.
retired, and Bowser is taking over. So
His name is
Bowser-
actually Bowser.
his last name is Bowser. Bowser runs the castle now.
What the
No,
fuck?
no, hashtag Team Bowser. He's always been my character in Mario Kart, and I'm going heavy. He's my Mario Party default. Like, I'm Team Bowser, and fuck if I'm not Team Bowser in this. Reggie has been a blast. He caught a lot of flack very early on, and he owned it, and he kicked ass. He helped sell the Switch, honestly, and he did a good thing by
did
it.
he?
The Switch marketing was Bowser's project. So all the cool like groundswell around the Switch was specifically Bowser's project. Nintendo of America is in good hands with Bowser. Period. He gets it and he believes it. He believes in the
good.
system.
That's good. So real quick, I'm just looking this up right now. It says was it users can easily expand their storage spaces now up to 2 terabytes.
Oh, they updated the firmware.
Yeah, that's what it says.
They
right here.
are listening. Good.
Yep. So yeah, it just says up to 2 terabytes. Now the person did comment below and say, "Where the fuck can I find 2 terabyte a micro SD XC card?"
Amazon.
Probably. Yeah, I was gonna say Amazon because I haven't looked for a terabyte, but honestly, like you can get what 128
Those are the
gigabytes
30
for.
no, 60
I mean,
half a terabyte is the $40 one now? 512?
the one.
Or is that the 60? I can't remember what the market rates are for SD cards right now. I'm in the middle of a podcast, Rob.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, right now you can. It's.
So up to 2 terabytes.
Yeah, that's what it says. So
I get to
but
expand my Switch now.
Nintendo Switch actually makes their own, and that's only
Don't pay
up
for
to.
that.
That's only up to 256 right now.
Don't pay for that. That
No,
is the one thing with the Switch I will tell you can go third party on. It's the SD card. Do not pay Nintendo for SD cards. Pay them for everything else.
I'm just trying to see. Like I can't even.
We
So
don't want them getting any funny ideas.
The 400 gigabyte micro SD XC card is $82.
That's fair.
No, I mean that's just what Best Buy sells a regular one.
Huh.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so memory. I mean,
that's a wrap.
It's all good. Yeah, Switch. I'm converted. I know we were just kind of going off on that.
Hashtag Switch Master Race.
Yes, I'm gonna go.
Holy
play some-
God! Hashtag Switch Master Race. Fuck PC. I totally converted.
I'm still trying to do my PC because I want to do some editing.
Oh yeah. And we play PC games every week, us and the gang. But like, I'm a primary Switch player now.
All right.
It's so good. So, that's a wrap. Have a good week, everybody.